Let's see, what is the messages for tonight? Stay optimistic. We've been saying that, right? We're staying optimistic. So staying optimistic, positive thinking, and faith will bring romance into your life, right? What a beautiful message. That's such a beautiful message, right? Oh, I love you. I mean, that's a nice message that's coming out. I love you. And I'm still watching you, still pining energy here. All right. So someone here is still in your realm. They're still in your orbit. They're still connecting with you here. And again, so we're going to really, really take this into consideration tonight. Okay. So we have I love you, and let's get some tarot involved here. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants to show us. So we have the Star card. The Page of Swords. Look how this person's hiding. The Four of Wands. The Queen of Swords. The Page of Wands. The Seven of Wands. The King of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles. I like the Page of Pentacles. What is the overall energy for this reading tonight? It is the Lovers. The beautiful Lovers energy. So let's take a look and see what's happening tonight. So they still love you is their message, right? They still love you. They still feel your energy, you know? Even if they're in a place where they're not admitting it, right? I'm not admitting it. I'm not coming forward and saying it right now, right? Especially with that Seven of Wands. I'm not admitting things at this time, but every day I miss you. I do miss you, right? So this person just wants to send you this confirmation tonight, right? Whether it's a glance, like a scent, a view or a song, something's always popping up in this person's realm, in their energy, whether it's synchronicities, things like that. Okay. Now with the overall energy being the Lovers here, I love this. It's just letting us know that the spiritual contract was definitely real. All right. This is real energy here. So one of the things that we are positively going to put into the comment section is, I honor both love and the lesson, right? Okay, so I love it. I love it. I love it for you. And also I release the need for closure, and I'm trusting the divine at this time. Whenever you see the Lovers like that, it talks a lot about twin flames. It talks a lot about connecting with someone from a past life. So a lot of us have been connecting with people from past lives. This is why these connections have been feeling so intense lately, right? So it's like soul shifting energies, right? It's like when I connected with this person, I felt like my world shifted. So it's a lot of beautiful energies in that here. So the two of you came and you collided, and Cupid was like, yeah, this is where you need to be for now. Okay, this is where you need to be at this time. And of course, you know, I do feel like when it comes to the both of you, one of the biggest things that the two of you are feeling right now is that we can't unknow each other right now. This, you know, that's just not what it is. We just can't just undo everything that we felt. Yes, there's some, you know, there's a little bit of distance. There's a little bit of space, but we can't unfeel anything, right? So let's get started. So we have the Star. We have the Star energy coming out. Let me grab some clarifiers. We have the Star, which is really nice, right? Very beautiful. I love the Star because it talks about being optimistic. But this person viewed you as a healer. They viewed you as their safe space. And I've been getting this a lot this week. They view you as a healer. They view you as somebody that's very, very loving, right? Now, the problem came in, or the problem is, because this person's viewing you or saw you as a healer, they're now trying to figure out, how do I hide what I know I need to heal? So whatever it is that's coming up when they're around you, whether it's emotional vulnerability or it's like, oh my God, I'm finally feeling something. It is sort of scary to them. It's bringing in some sort of intimidation towards their truth, right? You trigger something within this person that they've been burying for years. Hence, maybe that's happening to you. But, once the star is here, we come together with the lovers, we start feeling things intensely that we can't explain to everyone. Yes. That we cannot. So you weren't just good looking, right? You weren't just attractive. You were like their spiritual restoration in a sense. You were somebody different to them. You were somebody that held a different space, a different title, right? Not the, modern titles of whatever people use. This is different. This is transformation energy here. Okay. Now, I do feel like that one of the issues that's coming up is, I don't know if I could trust this. I'm not saying if I could trust you, is I don't know if I could trust this. Someone here is very nervous about coming fully forward and completely indulging in this energy. There is that fear. Look how they're hiding. Look at this. Look how they're hiding back there, right? Because they know, and this person could have told you this, right? One of the things that they feel in your energy is a sense of vulnerability. Like, I feel emotionally naked around you. I feel emotionally, like it comes off like you could see their wounds. You could see a lot of their like scars, things that they're trying to hide, things that they possibly haven't told people before. They know that you could see it. And for some of you, it's like, I have no problem healing that. Like, I have no problem not judging you because of some of the things that you've been through or some of the things that you're currently feeling. But this person feels exposed, basically, is what we're seeing here, right? And I will put this out there for a lot of you. This person watches you a lot. They watch you a lot. Okay. I watch more than I speak. Okay. I pay attention to you. I pay attention to your body language for those that are connecting with this person. I don't want you to think just because I'm quiet, I'm not feeling you, right? Some of you are connecting with people that are seriously intuitive, but not only that, we are connected. So I could see through you as well. You're not the only person that could see in this energy. I feel you too, just to let you know. So they're lurking, right? They're observing things like that, but they're also overthinking. And this person has not moved on, right? If that's what you were concerned about, they have not moved on. They're more so like addicted to this storyline. They're addicted to this vibe. As much as this person wants to run and hide and all that stuff, this person's addicted to this energy. This is rare. This is rare stuff. And that's why I always say in most of my readings, it's so important to make sure you're treating it as if it's something rare, right? There's no need to show up in it with fear. There's no need to show up in it with anxiety or anything like that, right? This is a very powerful energy. And for some of you, it could be once in a lifetime, right? For others of you, this could be just something different. I'm not saying that you can't feel more, right? Because we're all here. There's levels to this. This is not the only level, right? Some people are feeling it at a 5. Some people are feeling it at a 10. So it's just different levels of things, but there's a connection nonetheless here. Okay. And this person's coming in with this like confession also, like, I know I messed up. I'm going to get a confession here. I know I messed up. Okay. I know I messed up here. So this person's understanding something that they did. Not sure exactly what they did, but they know they did something. Okay. Some of you possibly caught this person in a fib. You caught them just, running from you, right? It was pretty obvious how this person just would stall, things like that. Like, you've triggered me. You're triggering this person. And like we said in the beginning, like, you've triggered something in them that they haven't felt before. That's why they keep hiding from you. I was wondering, like, what is this person thinking and feeling? You've triggered them. Okay, for some of you, they've triggered you, but this is your person speaking. They're saying you've triggered me. You've triggered my inner child. Okay, you've triggered the child that wants to be seen, wants to be loved, wants to be acknowledged. Okay, you definitely triggered me, but. This is so important. When you trigger people, or I should say when people are triggered in these connections, you have to understand there's always this like tantrum. There's always this, defense energy to some degree, right? To some degree. Or there's always this fear, reactive energy. So just make sure that you are not taking it too personally, and make sure you're not, doing like tit for tat, and you're not reacting with this person. This person's just, subconsciously letting you know that, ooh, you touched a nerve. Okay, so that's basically one of the things here. So the Four of Wands is here. I love that energy. I still see the vision, they say. I still see the fact that you're home. This person's not letting this go. They're not doing that. How do you let go of something that made you feel so good? I know. Not the only, but one of the ways someone would let this go is if they're starting to feel like your fear is bigger than their fear. Then we have a little bit of an issue, right? I'm fearful, but you're fearful too. And your fear is making you react. And your fear is making you do things that now I feel uncomfortable with. So that could cause an issue. That could also, cause separation also. But from what I'm seeing in this reading, this is someone here that's still picturing the future that they won't admit, that they already mapped out in their mind. Right? Quiet mornings thinking about you, music in the kitchen, music in the bathroom when they're getting ready, music in their car, just vibing away and just thinking about what it would be like to be with you, thinking about what it would be like to presenting you to their family. And I love that fourth house energy, right? Whenever you see that fourth house energy, this is someone here that's like, I'm comfortable with you. This is a very comfortable space to be. It could be a little, and this is where the defense comes from as well. Like, you'll know, and I'm speaking to a specific person. It's like your person does things like, I don't feel like you really like me. It's like they want your attention so bad. Like, I don't feel like, or you could be like that with them. Like when you're on the phone with them or you're with them and you're just like, I don't feel like your attention is on me. Like, I don't feel like you're here right now. Or, invite me over your home. Like, I feel like there's this energy of not only am I visualizing what it would be like to be in your home, but I could also feel it, right? And I also want it to be in the reality as well as time goes on. So there's something very beautiful about being part of your world, okay? Or you being part of their world. There's just that comfort, right? It's like that cuddling energy. When we hold each other, it just feels like time has stopped, literally. Okay, so that's what they're saying. They're saying every time I imagine peace, I see your face. Every time I feel comfortable at night, I feel your energy. Now the Queen of, what is that? Queen of Swords is there. Did you call them out on something? Are you about to call them out? Someone here is about to get called out, or maybe they got called out already, and I feel like they're recovering from it, or they haven't recovered. I'm hearing they haven't recovered from it, okay? So I haven't recovered from that call out session that you did, right? The way that you called me out on my bluff, or the way that you just called me out for whatever reason, right? Or the way they called you out. Someone here said something to someone and someone's still holding on to it. But the beauty of it is the truth was spoken. I said that because it was the truth. I gave you that letter because it was the truth, right? I told you something because it was the truth. And again, it could have been delivered in a very calm manner, but this person's just holding on to it, right? There's a lot of fire energy in that delivery. So you could be a fire sign, or they're a fire sign, or you just have a lot of fire in the way that it was delivered, okay? At the same time, I want to say, of course I resent it. I'm resenting the way that you called me out, or I'm resenting something about that energy. They also respect it. They respect that you did that. They respect what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but something about your energy at this time where they're replaying some of the things that you either said or did, vice versa. I respect it. Right? It made me view you as somebody that stood for something. You didn't argue. You didn't go on a long rant. You just expressed yourself about something. Right? You set a tone. You set a bar here. This person's like, whoa. Yeah. Okay. So yes, it did to some degree scare them, but I feel like, again, it's respected. Okay. And some of you are just saying to yourself, well, c'est la vie, tarot, if I stayed soft, this person would have stayed close. If I didn't put some boundaries up, this person would have kept on hiding from themselves, not even me, hiding from themselves. I feel like a lot of you are just like, I had to choose myself, whatever that looks like. I had to do it. Okay, I understand the repercussions of it, but if that's what's going to make things better for me, for them, for us, for the lovers, then so be it. Okay, so Page of Wands here, there's a lot of curiosity. I want to know if you're home. Don't know why they're saying that. I want to know if you're home. I want to know if you're traveling. I want to know if you went on a vacation. I want to know if you're up to something. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what you're up to. The one person that has triggered me so deeply, I want to know. This person could show up at your job. This is an energy of them showing up. And maybe they have to travel to you. Maybe you have to travel to them, but there's a show up energy. Okay? This person could be like a little immature to some degree, just a little bit. And I could feel the energy of, I'm trying to be patient with this person, but some of the things that they do is so immature. Like, and I'm trying not to react. You know? Some of you are like, this person's immature, or maybe this is how they view you. Like, someone here is viewing somebody as not the most mature energy in the way that they handle things and the way that they communicate. Yep. And it's like when they also met you, they thought this was just going to be fun. Oh, this is fun. We're going to go out on a date. We're just going to meet up. Could have been like online or through a friend, an event, work, whatever. I thought it was just going to be fun. I didn't think it was going to be transformational. I didn't think this was going to transform my whole year. I didn't think that. Okay? So whatever happened here, you definitely flipped their world. You flipped their point of view. You flipped it. Okay? This person is seeing things differently. Okay? I like that seven of Wands energy here. Like, this is someone, like, at some point, like, it's like you got too close and they sort of panicked. Like, ooh. Why? Because they know that they would have to move that rock. They would have to reveal themselves. Funny thing is, it wasn't a choice. They were automatically becoming, like, you were able to see them. You were able to see through whatever it is that they were hiding. Okay? And you felt it. Some of you felt it. Like, oh, this person's like trying to be guarded here. Like, they're trying to, like, I don't even understand why they're doing that. I could see through them. I could see in their facial expressions. I could hear in their voice. Like, I could see what you're doing. I know you're hiding, right? Or attempting to hide. But how are you going to hide if you love me? How's that going? Okay. So this is someone here that's like used to, like, and maybe they had like one of those childhoods where they had to, do things for themselves, or they had to show up for themselves, things like that. Like, they always hid things from their family. They weren't very open, or they're just currently hiding things from their family, or hiding things from people that, think that they know them, but you could see it. Okay. And for some of you, feel like they're hiding you. Right? Again, this is someone here that may be used to surviving, constantly surviving, but never receiving. Now, when I hear things like that, right, when I'm like, okay, well, I met this person and they're so used to surviving and they're not used to receiving. Now, an automatic reaction, because you care about this person, would be, well, let me give, right? No. That's not the lesson here, right? It's not, oh, this person has never received before. Let me just start pouring in. Okay? I had the most powerful visual today. It was so powerful, but I'll talk about it in another reading, but it was so powerful. It was so powerful. I'm going to talk about that in another reading, or towards the end, maybe I'll touch on that, but I just want to keep going. So, so for the Seven of Wands here, you do feel like they're trying to hide something, but it's really not, it's not working at all. Okay. It's like they're trying to throw walls up and you're just constantly breaking every wall. Like you're just like, all right, take that down. I already see you. And one of the things that they hide the most is their past. Their past. They don't want anybody to know about their past. King of Cups. Ooh, I love this. And the message in that energy with the King of Cups is, look, I felt more than I actually expressed, just to let you know. I felt way more than I expressed. Okay. But again, this is someone here, when you talk about the King of Cups, it's like deep emotional restraint. Like, I'm going to hold back. I'm hearing, I'll show you more than I'll tell you. So, I like this person's energy. They're saying basically like, I'm more of an, action person. So if you're resonating with this, that your person's letting you know, just focus on my actions. Forget about my words, right? Unless I'm laying a boundary, but focus on my words. Also, as we continue, of course, for you, if you feel like you want a deeper dive, or like, I want a personal reading, I want to deeply understand my person, right? I want to understand how to not overextend, but show up in my highest potential for this connection, right? How can I show up and not show up in a way that's going to make this person run, right? These questions are very important, and the answers are just as important, right? How do I show up in this person's energy? How do I show up in this connection and not allow the way that I'm triggering them to make them feel like I'm violating? Okay? Because some of us, it's like, I don't understand how I'm triggering this person. How am I triggering? Well, I'll let you know. Okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, we're all triggering somebody, especially in these connections. You're definitely triggering somebody, but in a specific way, you're triggering them. Everybody's triggering someone differently. But I think the best thing to understand is, after I trigger them, how do I create a safe space without pushing them away? Okay. And I think that's important for a relationship. So moving forward here with like I said, with the King of Cups here, I love you. That's basically what that is. I love you. I love you. And my emotions run deeper than you think. That's what it is. It really does. And even in the silence, or even in my moments of just listening, I feel your love. I didn't say it. I still feel it. I didn't say it, but I still do. I'm here. I feel you. The Lovers, the King of Cups. I love you. And if I don't say it, I'll let you know. I'll show you. I'll show you that I love you. Ace of Pentacles just showing up. Okay? They still believe that we have a chance. They still believe that we are going to work out. They believe that. They still believe that they have the key to your heart. They believe that. Showing up and everything. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, right? But the Ace of Pentacles, if I were to really, really channel that message, it's not even a reunion. It's not a reunion at all, because we're already connected. It's more of a reset. Like a reset energy, like a very pure new beginning. Yeah, like a pure one where we're honest, where we're showing up as our authentic selves. I'm not saying I won't get triggered. I'm not saying you're not going to get triggered. I'm not saying we're perfect, because we're not, right? But this person's speaking from a place, this is not like, they're speaking from a place of love. They're not speaking from a place of ego. This is vulnerability, right? It is vulnerability. At the same time, I will say that there is hope coming from this person, like deep hope, but there's also shame. also in their energy. Like they could feel a little shameful for their behavior or for some of the things that they done, said, things like that. So there is a little bit of shame. So sometimes when this person goes quiet, it's like they do, they process a lot. They'll start processing and reminiscing on things that they've said, done, things like that. Now with the Page of Pentacles, I love the Page of Pentacles because it's automatically letting me know that they learned something here. I learned something. I don't know if it's too late or not. I don't know if it's too late, but I'm humbled. So this is a very humble-like energy. When I show up, I'll show up with a humble vibration and you'll feel it, right? But don't trigger me. And even if you do, that's the thing. This person is coming in, and this could be you too, right? Just depending on who's watching. I'm showing up in a humble way, Hear me out. I'm not telling you to drive to my house. I'm not telling you to buy me anything. I'm not telling you to stay on the phone with me longer than you need to. And I'm not telling you to overdo. I'm just telling you to hear me out. So this person wants to hear you out. They're not asking for anything. Well, time. They're asking for your time. Yeah, they are asking for something, but they're asking for time to express what they've learned. Okay, whether it's through actions, but I get a very sincere energy here. It does show up as like I'm changing, right? I'm shifting a little bit. I'm growing up a little bit. I'm seeing my flaws. I'm not here to announce it, in its entirety. I'm not here to crucify myself. That's not the point. The point is I just want to let you know that I missed you. And I've been thinking about you too. And I've been processing also. I've been learning, changing, growing, things like that. All right. But their overall message is I've never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to be who you needed me to be. And thank you for giving me this time and space. Thank you. Okay. And when I say that you triggered them, I don't mean that in a toxic way, right? At all. I mean that you're making them feel something that they've been suppressing for a very long time that they needed to feel, right? The depths of love, right? I don't know. Everybody's being triggered in a different way and responding to it in a different way. And they're triggering you too. It's like we're both getting triggered. Don't think for a second you're not getting triggered either. You are. We're all, especially in these sort of connections, it's really a lesson and that's why the affirmation, when we started the video, the beautiful affirmation, I don't know if I said it, but I honor both the love and the lesson. And that's what we're putting in the comment section tonight. I love you so much. Have a beautiful one, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye. Deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions. I reset my energy, and I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.